This video is intended to be viewed by adult toy collectors and may contain questionable content and language. Viewer discretion is recommended. I make these videos for your enjoyment as well as my own. Greetings, this is Quentin-Rom. Thank you for joining in. Just going to take a quick look at some of my vintage Masters of the Universe figures. And starting out, we're going to look at Buzz Off. He's got his clear plastic wingies. Still looking in pretty good shape. And none of these figures are complete. It's just the figures themselves. They got no weapons or accessories. And he's got some battle damage on his chest, but otherwise looking pretty good. He can kind of stand up. And up next we got Manny Faces. Looking fairly decent, except he's got some weak legs. Doesn't stand up on his own. His little head thing still works. Got all three little faces. And the paint on this guy is looking fairly decent. Got some discoloration on the backside, but otherwise pretty decent. And up next, we got Mecha Neck. And he still looks good, except for his belt. A little paint rubbing. Got some nice shiny boots. And his gimmick still works. It's just a little tight retracting. And he doesn't like to stand up on his own. And here we got his Clawful with his weak, spindly legs. Not much too worn off. Got some weird blemish on the side of his head. Where is that supposed to be there? But this little claw still works. And here is Too Bad. The paint on this guy is still looking pretty good. And here is Web Store. Looking pretty decent. A little kind of wobbly at the waist, but he still works. Really springy. And then we got Stinkor. He's got some little paint chippage, but I think that kind of looks kind of cool. I thought about repainting it, but it looks just fine the way it is. Makes him look old and worn out. Got some little worn paint on the feet. Kind of works alright. A lot of these figures can barely stand. Most of them don't stand at all. He seems to work out okay. And then we got Beast Man. I did repaint his face a little bit because it was completely worn off. Got a soft, smushy head. And he stands up really good on his own. Got some weird paint marks there. Maybe he had brown boots, I don't know. But he's all orange now. And then we got Triclops. Yeah, paint's pretty decent. A little worn here. Got his blue eye, got his red eye, and his dark colored eye. Can't tell what color that is. But the thing spins around alright. And then here we have Cobra Khan. He doesn't really stand up very well. He's kind of awkward. But looking pretty good. This head thing still works. There's no water in it. It's filled up with water and it's got a little sprayer. It does work. I tried showing it off on camera, but it's such a fine mist that it doesn't, camera won't pick it up. But he does work. And then here we have Whiplash. Looking very good. Nice tail is undamaged. Looking pretty good. And here's another Whiplash, which I may have shown in my restoration video or whatever. Got different armor, painted them. Got badly sunburned head. He was missing an hand, so I replaced it for this one. And here's my trap jaw. The little thing on his head was broken and missing, so I made a new one. Gave him a hook. And here's my Roboto. You can see that one still works. And Mantana. And then we got Ram Man. Yeah, I thought about painting his little bracelets, but I don't know. The rest of him looks pretty good. Still got a little spring in his legs. But the spring is weak. Doesn't really bounce at all. And then we have the vehicle, Stridor. Sticker's a little worn on one end, but it works. Tail's a little loose and wobbly. Got the gun turret that still turns. The chrome still looks good. This sticker looks good. And I like to stick Beastman in here. He fits in there good. And then I got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Here is Usagi Yojimbo, the little bunny rabbit. Looking very good. Got some little paint wear. He lost an eyebrow. But, you know, the little shoulder pads are there. Looks pretty decent. Nice little addition to my turtle collection. And then we have Panda Khan. I think that's his name. A little paint wear on the bandana. But he's looking very nice. Got his little armor pads. And then I got Casey Jones. He's looking a little ragged. Lots of paint wear. Some sun damage. Maybe I'll retrobrite those. I don't know. Definitely needs some help. But I might just leave him the way he is. Let me know if I should restore him or leave him like that. Kind of looks like he's been living out in the streets too long. He's got his spandex or sweatpants, whatever those are looking very dingy. He's had a tough life. And here is Savage Jungle April. Looking pretty cool. And she does have her little staff, which she can barely hang on to. Yeah, just falls out of her hand. Just an added update to this video. I do have Splinter. He's got his little stick. It's turned into a little knife. And I got his little bow and arrow. I do have his stars laying around somewhere, but not on hand at this moment. His kimono is in fairly decent shape. A little tattered at the backside there. Still got his little belt. And I got Metalhead. Looking in fairly decent condition. Except he was missing a hand, and I created a new one. From a distance, you can't really tell. Managed to paint the details in fairly neat. And I did recreate the belt made from little latex paint stuff. Molded to look just like it. The original. And he's got some nice silver chrome. Missing most of his accessories. And then I got another Metalhead. Fit the original belt. And this one is a little bit kind of a golden chrome color. I don't know if the camera's picking up the difference. You got silver and gold. Kind of cool that I got both different versions. Other than that, they're pretty identical. And not sure if this weapon came with him. Probably came from something else. I just gave it to him because it looked cool. And that's all the ones I got of the vintage toy line. Maybe I'll pick up more if I can someday. And I appreciate you watching. And I hope you'll stay tuned and watch other videos. Glad you stayed. Appreciate it. Leave a like. Do all that cool stuff. Share this video with your friends. And thank you for watching. This has been a Quentin-Rom video production. Be nice to your toys.